Hello, everyone. Bye. Thank you. Our cleaning ladies are just leaving. So hi, everyone. I missed you guys last week, and I was almost going to miss you this week, but then I figured I have a cold. Let's come live anyway. I'm going to keep it short and sweet because I'm not feeling awesome by any means. I'm not sure. Maybe I caught the flu, but not quite positive that it's the flu. I just feel, so it started with we were in Florida. We went down to Palm Beach. My husband and I took a little trip. Last week we left on Thursday and we came back on Sunday. And it was lovely. We had a really nice time and the sun felt really good. But I had this scratchy throat, which, I can get from time to time. And I always take this. This is my classic Chinese herbal remedy that I always take. It's called Superior Sore Throat Powder. You can find it at many of the Chinese herbal stores. I think I'll have to post a link to it because I can't even tell you what it is in Chinese right now because my head isn't totally working. So anyway, I use this a little bit. I always travel with a neti pot, so I use the neti pot. I slept a lot. I went to bed at 8:30 one of the nights we were on vacation. We took really hot baths and slept a lot and, had a really nice time. I stayed on diet pretty much. I maybe had a little more alcohol than I normally would, but not really even, maybe a drink at the pool during the day, like my vodka soda with some grapefruit juice. But so anyway, the flight home, I started to not feel so wonderful. And while we were away, my little guy he had a little cough. And so he got his first ever head cold. That was a legitimate head cold. He's had some snotty sneezies with teething and he had 2 stomach viruses to date. But besides that, he's never been sick. He's never missed a day of school or anything like that. He hasn't gone to school yet this week. He missed Monday and Wednesday, and we'll decide if he's still a little snotty, so maybe he'll go tomorrow. But so anyway, on the flight home, I started to not feel so great, but my period was coming, and I thought maybe it was that, I don't know. But we got home, and he was sick and so happy to see us, and so my sister-in-law was really sick. She caught the same cold he had, so it was obviously in the house. And, and I hadn't taken any of my vitamins. I didn't take any of my vitamins with me on the trip. So that could have, usually if I'm feeling a little under the weather, I take extra doses of my cod liver oil and extra probiotics. I didn't have either of those with me. So I probably fell a little off kilter there. And I did have some kombucha, but I don't know if it was the same. So anyway, the night we got back, Sunday night, he slept in our bed for a little bit. And then I put him in his crib. And when I woke up Monday morning, I wasn't feeling that bad. I was kind of just feeling the same, scratchy throat, a little congested, but he was pretty sick. And so I decided not to go to work because A, I could be contagious, B, I wanted to be home with my baby. I was just away from him for, 4 days and he was sick and needed his mama. So I stayed home and took care of myself, and I did lots of bone broth. And with garlic, there's garlic chunks in here, I don't know if you can see that. Lots and lots of bone broth, lots and lots of, so I'll show you some of my favorite. This is something new. My sister-in-law got this. She knows that Aimee-approved substances aren't super easy to find, but we found this and I love it. I've been taking it and James has been taking it. So it's basically honey, sea salt, cinnamon, clove, apple cider vinegar, lemon balm, zinc, ginger, thyme, and oregano. It's all kitchen cupboard ingredients. And so this was amazing. And then on Monday, I made a new batch of this. This is my homemade elderberry syrup, which I was taking as well as James. It's so funny. This tastes like honey. This does not. This tastes like a little bit of honey, but kind of turmeric-y, kind of garlicky. My son prefers this to this, which is really quite interesting. So the elderberry syrup, I always have on hand. Of course, I was out this time when we were traveling, so my sister-in-law didn't have that to give to him. But so I made a fresh batch of this on Monday, and he was gulping it up, and I put it on my Insta stories, and I think we're going to share the images today too, so you guys can see how to make your own. It's super duper easy. I don't think it's on my Insta stories anymore, but we did save the images, and so I think Beth's going to post some of them. But so anyway, that was, oh, and then so Monday, you know, another key thing that, like, I continue to neti pot. I always put sea salt in my neti, and I always neti with filtered water and a little bit of boiled water. That's how I do it. So I do filtered water from my Berkey, like 3/4, and then about 1/4 of boiled water. So that way it's a little warm, but it's fresh boiled water, sea salt. So I neti potted on Monday, took my syrup, Epsom salt. These are magnesium salt flakes, Epsom salt baths. I took one on Monday with James, which helped him a lot. And then before he went to bed, I rubbed him down with eucalyptus and clove oil. I mix it with some drops. I basically put like an ounce of coconut oil in my palm, and maybe 4 or 5 drops of each, rub it together, and I just rub it all over his body. And I really get his feet and put socks on his feet. So I think Monday I was more focused on him and not so much on me. And that's what happens being a mama, right? And so I was kind of doing my stuff, but not so much. And so Monday night, he slept in our bed, which means I never get a good night's sleep. My husband and him seem to just sleep in sync. They snore together. They're like 2 little peas in a pod. And I don't sleep. So at like 4 a.m. I went into our guest bedroom and tried to get some sleep. And I had an early morning. I have a home visit that I do on Tuesday mornings. So I have to leave. I leave for the city by, I have to get on like a 7 a.m. train. So it's getting up at 6 usually. And so at like 5 something in the morning, I woke up and my throat was on fire. Like, I mean, like felt like I was breathing glass. And I texted my client's assistant and said, I'd already given her a heads up the day before, and I said, there's just no way. I'm not going to come in and get anybody sick. So then I had to cancel. I think I had 17 patients on schedule on Tuesday in the clinic. So on Monday, I canceled probably about 10 in my Nyack clinic. Then Tuesday, I had to cancel about 17. And if you guys don't know me in the clinic, I hate rescheduling my day. Because A, I love to be of service and I love to be there for my clients, but B, I'm not in the clinic that often, so it's a huge pain in the ass to reschedule. My schedule's pretty tight to begin with, and it really takes a lot for me to cancel things. But that being said, I also think it's completely irresponsible to go to work if I could at all be sick or contagious and get anybody else sick. And especially since I deal with so many women either trying to get pregnant early in their pregnancy or anywhere in their pregnancy, I definitely don't want to get mama and new baby sick. So I had to cancel my day. And that always disappoints, but it is what it is. So Tuesday I started taking, I guess, a little better. I had help. My sitter was here, and my mom showed up around like 3 o'clock, so I took a little better care of myself on Tuesday. And so by that, I mean, basically, like I have all these things in front of me. I was still doing my sore throat powder, neti potting like twice a day, really hot steam showers with eucalyptus and clove essential oils. Any brand will do. I just have these now essential oils. I don't know, someone gave them to me. I typically use Mountain Rose herbs. Those are the essential oils I use in all my Aimee Raupp Beauty products, and those are the ones I recommend and purchase for the clinic as well. I was taking lots of my homemade elderberry syrup, drinking basically just broth. I don't think I really had any other food in the last couple of days. I had some eggs this morning. My mom made some chicken last night. I had a little bit of chicken, and she made some cauliflower rice, so I had that too. And today's Thursday, right? So yeah, Tuesday, I'm trying to remember the days now. Isn't this funny? Tuesday was kind of like not as bad as yesterday. Yesterday, I woke up and I felt like I was in a car accident. So that's the first time where I thought maybe I have the flu. And my husband was actually traveling. He left Tuesday to go down to Baltimore for work, and he came back last night because I, in the middle of the night, texted him and I said, it hurts to breathe. And my sweet husband was like, okay, I'm gonna come home tonight. I'll see you in a little bit. And it did. It really hurt to breathe. Everything hurt. But it was like dry. That was the thing. So anyway, I have this little humidifier. He makes fun of me. He calls it my spa humidifier because It's basically, he calls it the Ewok humidifier. It's like this tiny little thing, but it's basically an essential oil diffuser, but it bubbles out water, and it's like this little bamboo thing. It's cute. So I put that next to my nightstand with eucalyptus in it, and that really helped it hurt less to breathe, because I think the dryness really took over. In the middle of the night, I got up and I put coconut oil inside my nostrils. I gargled with salt water. That all helped and allowed me to go back to sleep. But Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, I had the baby in bed with me, so I never really sleep that great when he's there, but I just couldn't get comfortable. I was in pain. My body hurt. It hurt to breathe. And so I think I maybe slept 2 or 3 hours Tuesday into Wednesday. And so my mom was here, thankfully, and so I was able to get up for a little bit with the baby and my mom, and then I went back to bed yesterday, and I slept from like 11 until 4 in the afternoon, 4:30, something like that, and then I went back to bed at 8 o'clock. So I had the luxury, obviously, of having support, but even if my mother hadn't planned to be here, I know she would have come to be here to support me. And like I said, basically all I've been doing, and I feel better today. I also yesterday did go off label a little, and I took some Aleve because I needed it. My body hurt so much. My head was pounding. And yesterday I had 2 interviews for Body Belief, 2 podcasts. I had 3 online consults and a webinar, all of which we had to cancel, which was such a bummer to me. You know, one of my consults actually had taken the day off of work to do this consult with me, and I just felt horrible for having to cancel. But I also realized, like, my brain is kind of mush and just filled with phlegm, and she's paying me for a service, so I just can't do it, you know? So as tough as it is for me to say no, and that's why I'm sharing it with you guys, I did it because it was in the name of my health, and that really has to be the priority. So anyway, what I'm doing, I feel a little better today. I'm still not at all 100%. I'm hoping to be able to go to work tomorrow. I moved most of my Tuesday clients to Friday, so fingers crossed I work tomorrow. I've kind of been answering some emails today, like I'm a little more alert and awake and alive, and I went to bed at like 8 last night, and I slept until 8 today, and the baby stayed in his crib, so I got a really good night's sleep. But I'm doing my vinegar tonic. This is from my upcoming book, Body Belief. It's just seltzer water, apple cider vinegar, and maple syrup. I think it's like 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar and a 1/4 teaspoon of maple syrup. Really good digestion. Bone broth with garlic, neti pot, and lots and lots and lots of Aimee Raupp Beauty facial cupping for getting the sinuses going and draining. We love the facial cupping for collagen production and smooth, beautiful skin, but lots of facial cupping. It was funny, I did an Insta story last night. I think I was in the same sweatshirt. Like, this is how sick I am. I didn't even shower or change for you guys. I did brush my teeth. And someone commented on the Insta story about how great my skin looked, and I laughed because I was like, well, because I've been facial cupping like all day. And I have this cough, so I'm doing lots of my elderberry syrup, probably I'd say like 4 tablespoons a day. I'm doing probably 4 or 5 of these a day with at least 1 to 2 cloves of garlic in each. As much of this as I can get in. At least 2 to 3 neti pots a day. Hot steam showers, hot baths with Epsom salts. I don't know if I'll need any Aleve today. I haven't taken any, but if I need it, I will take it. That's what modern medicine is good for. My throat feels much better, so I don't need my sore throat anymore. Right now, it's just really mucus and congestion and body aches that I'm still dealing with. So I'm just going to rest, and I'm going to listen to my body, and I'm going to take a nap after this, and hopefully get myself rested for tomorrow so I can go to work. I'll take a nice hot Epsom salt bath before my nap, and then with eucalyptus, like kind of do a body rub down with eucalyptus and coconut oil. And that's it. That's what the health guru does when she gets a cold. We all get colds. I got one. It got me. And I'm embracing it too, as my assistant Beth said yesterday, because I was really resistant to canceling the day yesterday. And she encouraged me to, which is, another amazing thing about having such great support in your life. These people, like my husband coming home from Baltimore, and my assistant Beth, my mom, you know, just such incredible support. And she just said, you just need to slow down. Like, you can't, if you keep doing it, you know. And then I really have to think about the fact that, you know, you guys, the people that see me in the clinic or the people that do consults with me, you guys pay me for a service, and most of you are paying me for my brain, not my face, you know. So you deserve 100% Aimee, and I have to remember that you know, a 50% Aimee isn't good for anyone. So it's important that I rest and I take care of myself. And with that, I'm gonna hang up on you guys because I need to rest and take care of myself. But I promise to come to you next week, full force, back in action, and I'll see you then. Okay, love you guys. Bye.